Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear audience, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me take this opportunity before I start my presentation to thank the Dean of our faculty, Mr. Dr. Yunus, and our facilitator, Mr. Gele, Mr. Mohammed Hassan Gele. And together with my colleagues, we say thank you for the good work and support you have given us throughout our course. From there, this is Group 4 Project Management, OUM, presenting their assignment. I am with Mohammed Nur Sameh, and together with Abdinasir Ali Hussein and Nurdin Mohammed Ali, we are hereby presenting our assignment on project management, and particularly on the project of Next Economy. Okay, the Next Economy project, as you are seeing on the slide here, the logo is there. It's an international project. It's a project that operates in Mali. It's a project that operates in Nigeria, and it's a project that works in Somalia. If I talk of Somalia only, Somalia, we have two locations. We have Mogadishu location, and we have Somaliland location, where both of them work parallel to each other. Beneficiaries are of the same number, the budget the same, everything is same. Next Economy, as you have said, is a project that that empowers youth in developing their future, both in terms of getting decent jobs or starting their own businesses. I therefore explain that this project, it has gone through two phases. It has gone through phase 1 from 2016 to 2019. Now it's undergoing the second phase, which is 2020 to 2023. This assignment in particular, we have decided to talk about this project, Next Economy, because I particularly, as a student of the course, works in the same project. Therefore, let me go deeply into it and explain in particular the other parts of the assignments. The background of this project, as you are seeing there on the picture, the youths, we train youths. Youths are doing the activities. They are being given skills on how to equip their talents, how to unleash their talents, build their confidence, hone their skills, so that their career, they become successful in their career, or be it employment or entrepreneur. South Children Village is the one that is holding this project, is the one that's implementing this project, Next Economy project. It does through three main components. That is, make it work is a one component by itself. Get started is another component by itself. Build your own business. Make it work means youth portray, or they are being prepared out of their talents so that they make their future work. They make their dream work. One thinks of how to dream of something, that dream should go to work. Get started means start a business, however small it is, however small scale it is, start a business. And finally, if you have a business, grow your business. That's through three approaches or three components in which SOS implements the Next Economy program. As you're seeing there, TNE projects aims, the aim of the TNE is to make the ambitious young people get access to the labor market. These ambitious young from universities have a problem in accessing the labor market. So the Next Economy aim is to make sure that these young, ambitious youths will get access to the labor market. Okay, young people have more access to education. As you know that young people have more access to education in Somalia. We have hundreds of universities, but these educations that they're gaining is less skills. It does not have a lot of skills. They have theory only. So Next Economy is a platform where these youths will practice their skills. And see, the education in Somalia is challenged to this problem, whereby the job calls for skills. Every job calls for skills. Therefore, the Somali education here challenged youth in getting that skill. So Next Economy here came in as an intervention to help these youth develop their skill. Okay, Next Economy, by working with young people, business incubation hubs, and employability organization, a private sector government, they make sure that these young people achieve their career goals. Currently, up to now, this project has managed to place 1,251 young people on decent jobs. Today, the records and reports shows that 1,251 youth have been directly placed on their decent jobs through this program. This project have a lot of stakeholders, including governments, including private sectors, including women, youth, complementary organizations. All this together, they make sure that these youths were able to achieve their goal for this program. Whereas there are many programs that empowers youth, but this Next Economy give direction for the option of their careers. For example, one is born, brought up, grew up, think of something to become a businessman, to become an entrepreneur. These projects shape that youth to achieve the goal. One thing of becoming a good employee, this program prepares the youth to become the same. Okay, young people during the phase of this life, there are a number of subcultural and economic transitions. So giving them coaching, practical lessons, their well-being is being cared for. And lastly, on this part of the youth, communication is very important between the stakeholders. For this youth to get their goal, communication is very important. Therefore, a strong communication system is being established so that the stakeholders will collaborate to make this youth achieve their goal. Next Economy program use this approach here. As you are seeing on the far end, it starts from selection processes. Applications are being called. Then after selection processes, after application selection is done, then they go for 3-month core life skill training. After 3 months core life skill, they either go for entrepreneurship or employability. In entrepreneurship, they are given the skills on how to make their own businesses, how to start their own business, how to prepare, how to plan. Then after the course, they do the crowdfunding program. They are offered the platform to do their crowdfunding campaign. And finally, they start their businesses. When it comes to employability, they will undergo 1 month skill training. After that, they go for internship courses. And then from there, they go for the decent together, be it business or entrepreneur, they all become what? Decent job. At the end of the day, these youths will manage to go for a decent job. This activity here, for the second phase, 2020-2023, the plan is to receive 16,000 applications. The plan to train 4 core life skills is 44,050. We are expecting to have a delivery through local partners of 700. 3 employability training. So you to be trained, it's budgeted or planned 3,165, as you are seeing on the chart here. Internship 1,500. Decent jobs via this. Entering entrepreneurship training 1,200. Entrepreneurship ideation is expected to gain 756. Crowdfunding expected to 378. and business created is expected to be 302. And finally, this program expects to solve 78 social problems at the end of the phase, that is 2023. Okay, in relation to the youth empowerment, in reference to the youth empowerment, because what we're discussing in this assignment is youth empowerment, we have reviewed several literatures. We have seen that in Somalia, as a nation, it's the poorest economy of Africa because of what? High rate of unemployment youth. 70% of the population in Somalia are youth, and almost 70% of the youth are unemployed again. According to the NESTA 2016, it says that contribution of the youth in development is in the development of the local communities has been a well-preserved cause. According to 2016, it says contribution for youth in development is on a local community has a well-preserved asset. That means that if the youth are developed well, then the community will be able to gain or garner greater access. But the problem is it exploited? That is according to 2016 NASTA. According to LEWA 2016, youth around the world are very powerful. Both are very, and it depends on the community or the people there to use them positively or negatively. So in case of Somalia, if you're good, it takes a good example. It takes a good example of Somalia, whereby he said youth power are sometimes used positively to bring goods, and sometimes used negatively to bring problems. According to also International Labour Organization 2012, youth are said to be the driving force behind economic prosperity in the next future decades. According to the International Labour Organization 2012 article, youth are said to be the driving factor, a determining factor, to be for the economic prosperity of any of this country. Reveli 2019 said, opportunity for youth to develop skills. Youth empowerment is the opportunity for youth. Youth empowerment is the opportunity for youth to develop their skills. Like this program now, Next Economy, equipping them with these skills is the opportunity for them to change their future to a well-being. And finally, Charlotte 20 talks about the sustainability and suitability of the project on triple constraints. That is time, scope, and on the triple constraint. Time, cost, and scope. Next Economy is being run or implemented by SOS Children Village Somalia, as I said earlier. If we talk about the organization of this project, it works in the organizational structure of SOS, as you are seeing on the slide here. The SOS organizational structure is here. It's headed by National Director. Under National Director, we have area managers. For example, Mogadishu, Banadir location has an area manager. Bai Bokol is another area manager. They are area managers for SOS. On the other side, we have Safety and Security Officer. Under National Director, we have functional heads of this organization, like Finance Manager, HR Manager, Admin and Logistic Manager. We have Program Development Manager. This is where now the project comes in. Program Development Manager is where now the project Next Economy comes in. We have also Monitoring and Evaluation. We have also ICT Coordinator. We have IPD Manager. We have Child and Safeguarding Coordinator. Now, if I come to Next Economy, as you're seeing here on this chart, the Next Economy, it comes under Program Development Manager, together with Emergency Coordinator, Alternative Care Coordinator, and also Family Strengthening Coordinator. I have colored the Next Economy Coordinator to show that specifically that's where we belong. The Next Economy reports, the coordinator for Next Economy, who is heading the project, will report to the National Program Development Manager, which in turn reports to the National Director, and the national will be reported to the regional office and then international office. That is how the program. However, I said this structure here of Next Economy of SOS or SOS does not favor this project because of the following reason. One, this project, since there are so many other projects in the organization, it may end up to be isolated. Well, 1 point. Two, managers of the functional groups might not be responsible and might not be responding. So sorry, I have not said might not be responding helpfully on timely. Since this is a vertical structure, the functions there, they might not be responding on time, and they don't on the way it's required. They may be all territorial disputes. Since there are projects, the conflict of interest might happen also. Also, management delay because of the vertical structure, bureaucracy, up, down, then some of the vital information might be, decision might be delayed. Because of all these things, I suggest or critically analyze this organization and say that it is better to have a projectized projectized organization. As you are seeing, projectized organization is better for running or managing this Next Economy project. However, projectized organization is better to run this project. As you are seeing now on this chart here, projectized organization, it is simplified, it is transparent, it has the following advantage: it's transparent, it is faster in decision making, effective in communication, and members are flexible and they can do many things at a go. Therefore, I suggested for this projectized organization to be used to manage the TNE project. My colleague will be able to present the other part of the assignments or the presentation, and I will welcome Mr. Abdinasir, to continue with the other parts of the presentation. Welcome, Abdinasir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm Abdinasir, Project Management. I will explain management approach on pandemic-like situation. Somali confirmed it is first case on coronavirus COVID-19 in Mogadishu on 16 March 2020 as of 17 July 2021. There were 15,160 cases of coronavirus in Somalia, including 7,056 recoveries and 789 fatalities. As you see, COVID-19 restrictions have had a severe impact on the implementation of sustainable TNE. Interventionists objecting partners to reprogram or delay rescheduling focused activities such as conducting online interviews and sessions. Several other activities have also been scaled up to limit the spread of the COVID-19 virus infection. Prevention and control are enforced both at community and facility level. Access to hand wash facilities with soap and continuous supply of soap in healthcare and public space where when it call for get-together like important certification ceremony and other important events. To ensure smooth implementation of the project, the TNE team developed standard operation for its entire project in Somalia to enable realize the triple project constraints of cost, time, and scope. The South Somalia Safety and Security Coordinator initiate process participated by all program team. The document was developed to provide direct and clear guidance on how to mitigate risk during COVID-19 pandemic. It provides examples of TNE program activities and how to ensure they are safe for TNE staff as well as programming participants such as training and internship providers. On the other hand, WBS work breakdown structure is an important project deliverable which arranges the project work into dimensions that are manageable. According to the MBPOC 2013, WBS is defined as a deliverable-oriented hierarchical decomposition of the work to be performed by the project team. It outlines the scope visually into the manageable portions by breaking down into smaller elements for easy understanding for the project team. It's very important to pay careful attention for design and develop of the WBS. As you see, WBS can be used to provide the foundation in developing network schedule or critical path by illustration below. As you see, activities and predecessor duration. Activity A, we have 10 activities. Activity A, B, C, D, until J. Predecessors, activity A and B have no predecessor and can begin at a time, start at a time. But activity C starts when activity A completed, and D need to complete A and B, and activity E need to complete D. Activity F need to complete activity C and E. G needs to complete activity E, and H needs to complete activity F, and I need to complete activity F and G, and J need to complete activity H. This is a network diagram of our project timeline. The timeline is based on monthly duration, and as the diagram depicts, activity A and activity B start simultaneously, but they have different slacks. Regarding the activity A, it has a slack of 2. That means the activity may start late after 2 months, as activity B does not have any slacks of 0. Therefore, activity C starts after activity A finishes, and activity D starts after both A and B finished, and it has a slack of 0. But activity C can be started after 5 months, and it has a slack of 5. The rest of the diagram goes through the same way. The critical path of the network diagram is B, D, E, F, H, and J. All 0 slack entities lead to the critical path as normal. I will hand it over my brother Nuruddin to complete the rest.
Bismillah, thank you, Mr. Abdinasir. Cost management approach. The total budget proposed for the next economic for the case of Somalia in the 4 years time frame 2020 to 2023, 7,236,622. This is the culmination of the budget of all the partners and is aggregate on an output level. As a normal in project management through the project manager will be in charge of overseeing and reporting of the project cost. For TNA project coordinate will meet with management at the monthly project status meeting to present the review project's cost performance for the previous month and value analyze will be used to evaluate performance. The project coordinator is in charge of keeping track of cost efficiency and offering options to the project sponsor. For bringing the project back on track, the project sponsor has the ability to make adjustments to the project in order to get it back on track to meet the budget. Costs may be rounded to the nearest to cost deviation of plus or minus 0.1. The cost and schedule performance indicates to bring the cost and or schedule performance index below the art level. The project will need to take remedial action before corrective action is. Project change request must be submitted and approved by the project sponsor. Conclusion: the next economic project TNE, led by South Children Village, international NGO with partner IITE, is an established and mature youth employment and entrepreneurship project which demonstrates that it creates jobs and opportunity for young people in challenging and fragile contexts like Somalia. TNE project aims to ensure that the ambitions of young people can be met by the labor market. To date, this integrated project focuses on supply of talented youth, matchmaking and demand, and has led to 1.251 direct decent jobs created for young people. According to REFAIL 2013, the process of youth empowerment provides opportunity for youth to develop skills and become problem solvers and decision makers. For many reasons, the most appropriate structure for the next economic project is project size organization. This refers to the type of structure that revolves around a product program of project PMI 2008 to ensure smooth implementation of the project during pandemic situations. TNE team developed a standard operation for its inter-project in Somalia to enable realize the triple project constraints of cost, time and scope. The project coordinator in charge of keeping track of cost efficiency and offering options to the project sponsor for bringing the project back on track. The project sponsor has the ability to make adjustments to the project in order to get it back on track to meet the budget. Thank you for watching.